Hello everyone! Today I am trying out a new video format since there are some things that I really do want to talk about in Genshin. I do love Genshin and it's probably one of my favorite games of all time, so from time to time I do want to discuss about the ways it can improve itself so it can become an even better or fun game to play. Having said that, the artifact system in this game is utter trash. Many people have been asking for a revamp on the artifact system because it is quite unforgiving, and having played Star Rail and seeing they have an item that allows you to select a main stat is a bit of a slap in the face for many Genshin players who have been asking for something similar. Now yes, I do know that there are people who say that artifact grinding shouldn't be too easy since it is pretty much one of the only forms of time sinks in all of Genshin, but I don't think that it should be this unforgiving. I got curious on what the chances are of getting double crit substats on artifact pieces you want, not even taking into account other useful subs like elemental mastery, energy recharge and attack percent, and the chances were not good. So I am here to spread some hopefully correct calculations on probability and chance of getting desired artifacts with double crit. Take note that most of the numbers I got are from the Genshin wiki. I'll link it in the description below for reference. Oh yeah, one more disclaimer, I got kinda confused on the percentages of substats since you need to factor in the weight of each substat and the subsequent weight of getting a desired substat, assuming you already got one of the desired substat. I was talking about it for like 2 hours with a couple Discord math wizards. I can confidently say that after all that time, I have no idea how Genshin Wiki got its numbers, not really because it's wrong, but rather because I'm probably not smart enough to understand it, so yeah. So without further ado, here are the calculations. So if you want to get a particular set in a domain, it's 50% chance whichever you would get. If you want to get a particular piece, let's say a feather, then it would be a 20% chance of getting that. So right off the bat, that's already a small 10% chance to get the right artifact and the right piece. Based on information provided by Genshin Wiki, the chances of getting double crit on a flower or feather is 9.2%. So assuming you want to get a crimson witch feather with double crit stats, the chances of getting that is about 0.0092%. That is already pretty low. Take note, we aren't taking into account 1. Other possible substats you might want. 2. If it will even go to crit when upgrading. 3. Or if your artifact even starts with 4 substats. Assuming you are a min-maxer, getting a Crimson Witch Feather with double crit, which has a 0.0092% chance of happening, with 4 stats, which has a 20% chance of happening while 80% chance it starts with 3 stats, and having it all roll into either crit stats, that's basically 50% to the 5th power since 50% chance of rolling to either crit stat, so 0.03% chance, we end up at 0.00000055%. Take note that small s num doesn't even take into account the range of values you get when upgrading. Since when you upgrade crit rate, you can get 2.7%, 3.1%, 3.5%, and 3.9%. So that's as low as it can go, right? Right? Well, not really. Let's say you want a particular onset goblet with the right main stat and double crit stats. That would be 20% times 50% times 5%, percentage of getting a specific damage bonus main stat, times 6.7%, chance of getting double crit based on Genshin Wiki, that should be a 0.0003%. To put that into perspective, you have a better chance of winning 11 coin flips in a row, which is 0.00049%. Now what if you were a min-maxer again? Let's again assume you wanted to get 4 substats and have it all roll into either crit or crit damage. Well, then it would look like this: 20% times 50% times 5% times 6.7% times 20% times 0.03% equals 0.0000000020%. Frankly, you have a better chance of winning the lottery with those odds. But this is not taking into account the chances you would have per 20 resin you use. So assuming you get 180 resin per day, which you do assuming no resin refresh. I didn't know how to math this, so I just asked ChatGPT, so Emma just copy-paste what he said.
Your chances of getting the desired outcome at least once in 9 attempts, given a 0.0000000020% chance on each attempt, is approximately 0.000000000038, or 0.00000038%.
So it is better, but Not by that much. Here are the rest of probabilities for certain prioritized main stats and double crit subs. Feel free to pause the screen to check the math. Take note this is just an approximation and is not really exact. Those are the chances for one particular artifact. You need 5 on a character and you need at least 8 for Abyss. And you need even more assuming you build more characters. If that doesn't make you want to ask for some kind of change to make artifact farming is significantly easier, then I don't know what will. I don't think it is enough to just lower resin cost, because even if you have resin cost, we still have an incredibly low chance of getting a good artifact. We also have an equally low chance of having that artifact be upgraded the way we want it to be. I think it would be best if we can either have a way to guarantee good stats and upgrades on artifacts, or allow us to use an item to reset an artifact level back to 0 so we can try upgrading it again. They can allow us to get this item in regular intervals like through Abyss or the Battle Pass, just like in Honkai Star Rail. One of the few fun things left to do in Genshin is trying out different characters in Abyss. But we can't even do that because of how unforgiving the artifact system is. Please Hoyovers, give us Genshin players something. Anything. This is my first time doing a video where I did a lot of editing, script writing, music and background footage. Please support me by clicking the like button. Subscribe if you want more content like this.